Hi, happy National Nutrition Month. I'm Lindsay, one of the registered dietitians here at Blessing Hospital. I'm here to talk to you guys today about some grocery store shopping tips. So we can talk all day about nutrition, but when you actually go to the store, things can be hard. There's so many good things to look at. You don't know what you want to do. So what I'm going to run through is just some ideas and tips for how to grocery store shop for the healthiest diet possible. So the first and key thing to look for is make a list ahead of time and try not to go shopping hungry, because then the cookies, the cakes, the snack foods, they all look really good then, but you know you don't really need them. So as you walk into the store, the main thing I can always say is to shop the perimeter. The healthiest items are usually around the outside of the store, so starting with the produce section. That's where all of the great colorful vegetables and fruits are, and that's where all the vitamins and minerals are housed. So I'd recommend starting there and going for the fruits and vegetables first. Looking at what's in season is going to be the cheapest for you, so always shopping in season fruits and vegetables, or if you have the possibility, shopping farmers markets too, because it's usually cheaper and you're getting it fresh from the source then. The other things to look for is don't be afraid to try new things. We always look at fruits and vegetables thinking, oh, that doesn't look very good, I've never had that before, maybe I don't want to buy that. Don't be afraid to branch out and buy one or two of them and give it a try. You may like it more than you think. And the last thing is to always, buy a rainbow. You want to eat a variety of colors to get a variety of vitamins and minerals. And then as we move around the store, you're looking at the meat section. So where a majority of our protein is housed, the cheese, all that kind of good stuff. So when you're shopping meat products, always try to go as lean as possible. So looking at ground beef, like a 93.7 or even an 85.15, something like that, that's going to be as lean as possible. Not only are you buying less fat, but you also get more meat out of it after you cook it. The other thing is looking for sodium. With any prepackaged meat products, always reading the nutrition label or asking the deli at counter. Everyone's been going for ground turkey lately. Always make sure it says it's 99% fat-free, or they're grinding some skin in there too and you're getting some extra fat that you probably don't want or need. The last thing is looking at cheeses, trying to buy hard cheeses, staying away from the American and the really processed ones and going for more of the natural cheeses. As you're moving away from the meat section is the dairy products. So we talked about fat with the meat products, same thing for dairy. Looking at whole milk, whole yogurt, things like that. Has a lot of added fat. We usually talk about going for skim milk or at least 1% to try and get as low fat as possible, but still getting the same vitamins and minerals. Then as you move around, the last part of the perimeter is going to be that frozen food section. So you have, all the frozen dinners, you've got frozen fruits and vegetables, and then of course you have the ice creams that always look good, but you probably don't want to go too far into. You can always buy frozen yogurt if you are a sweets kind of person. The frozen yogurt is lower in fat and calories compared to ice cream. Also looking at frozen fruits and vegetables. Buying things in season isn't always plausible. You might be craving broccoli when it's not in season. So you can always buy frozen vegetables to try and get them as fresh as possible and still have as little sodium and added things to them. Looking at frozen dinners, as convenient as they can be, they also have a lot of added sodium and fat in them. So just reading the nutrition labels and really trying to figure out if it's the best thing for you right then. As we kind of move towards the center aisles, that's where you have the breads, the cereals, all your grain products, even canned vegetables and things like that. Usually we recommend shopping those sparingly and trying not to, shop everything from those aisles. If you're doing bread products and cereals and grains, things like that, I always recommend going for whole grains. Majority of the cereals are making the first ingredient whole grains, but always look at your nutrition label. It'll tell you if the first ingredient is whole grains or if it's not. Always looking for different breads and things to try. They have so many different kinds now, it can be confusing. Multi-grain, whole wheat, all those kind of ones. You never know which one's the best one for you. Just read the nutrition label, see what it's actually made of, and that'll help you get as close to the source as possible. Whole grain is also a good source of fiber for you, so I'd recommend going for those too. Same thing for pastas. I love white pasta as much as the next person. They do make whole grain ones as well as some veggie pastas that may be a good mix for your diet to try something new there. The last thing I kind of want to touch base on is salad dressings and some of the fats and oils in those middle aisles. Always trying to be mindful when choosing those and going for them as low fat as possible or as little calories as possible. Hopefully that helps you guys shop. Thanks for listening.